Late summer is a great time to be selling or buying a home. And I tell you what, the Charleston market is very hot. And Susan Matthews with Carolina One Real Estate will work hard to help sell or buy your home. Welcome to the show, Susan. You've got a wonderful career, Temple University graduate with staging and redesigning the interior of a home. You're on QVC for a number of years. You really know how to sell things. You have sold thousands upon tens of thousands of items and quantities and all that. This real estate market, though, is really hot in Charleston. Why is that?
It is. And, you know, in other parts of the country, there's a seasonality to real estate sales. Here, it is a year-round thing. You know, it just doesn't slow down. But particularly right now for buyers, the interest rates are historically low. They're at about 3.46. And so that's an awesome opportunity for a first-time home buyer or somebody who's looking to make that move. But it's a seller's market as well, because here in Charleston, the inventory is so incredibly low versus the amount of people and jobs that are coming in.
And it seems that, you know, I've bought and sold about 20 homes over the last 30 years, did some flipping and so forth, but it seems that your credentials, what you have, is puts you pretty high on the list of real estate agents who can offer you everything, not only as a real estate agent with buying and selling, but with staging your home. And we were talking during the commercial break that a lot of folks may understand, but there's a number of folks that don't understand that when you put your house up for sale, it has to look good all the time. And when you sell it, or you move out of it and still for sale, it needs to be staged.
Right. I mean, I know how frustrating it is for people having sold my own home. You know, you're trying to keep it clean and straightened, and you've got kids and pets, and people are coming by at the last minute to see your house. But it's so incredibly important for you to create that aspirational atmosphere for somebody coming in so that they can imagine themselves in your home. So important. And you have to address, we were talking about this, all the senses.
The smell, the sight.
Everything. They just did a study that showed that both men and women, the #1 turnoff, #1 reason why they didn't like a home was the odor or the scent of the home. And we've all seen those commercials where people are nose blind. So you kind of, your real estate agent may feel awkward bringing it up. Enlist a dear friend who's really honest to tell you if there are any cooking odors or whatever. If you're a smoker, you might have to clean those carpets and clean the upholstery.
Or completely wipe down the walls.
Paint them, because paint is a wonderful neutralizer as far as odors, but it's also a great neutralizer as far as decor. And you want, maybe your colors were very personal, you want that home to now appeal to the masses.
Appealing to the masses. You know, a lot of people, they will go in and put up all kinds of what we would consider gaudy wallpaper. They may like it, but you really have to appeal to the masses, right?
You do. You want to neutralize as much as possible. And by that, you want to take away those super personal items, whether they be family memorabilia, things that are truly dear to you, but not so meaningful to those coming into your home. We've all been to model homes. Kind of create that atmosphere.
They're set up so nice.
And the visual space seems bigger because countertops aren't cluttered, windowsills aren't cluttered. Things are put away well organized. People open closet doors. You want to make sure that you're really super organized. Maybe start your move.
That's a big ouch for some people, isn't it? Because they're just throwing everything in the closet.
Well, they think they're hiding it because it's not in the room, but people are opening those doors.
And it may be one of those things that people have a lot of things in their house and they don't have any place to put it in their house. Rent a storage unit for a month or two. It can really be worthwhile money and a worthwhile place to put those items. You know, one of the first things that people come up to you when they start looking for a house is they say, I want a house this big, but you've got to ask them a lot of questions as well, right? Well,
the first thing I do is put them in touch with a mortgage lender to get them pre-qualified, because in this market, a lot of sellers are requesting pre-qualification letters along with your offer. But that's good, because for you as the buyer, then you know exactly what you can afford, and you're not wasting your time or getting your heart set on something that might not be possible. So I highly recommend people go to a mortgage lender and get that pre-qualification done right at the outset.
And it's not only not wasting their time, it's not wasting your time as well, because your time, you know, you've got clients and so forth, but you want to maximize your time and your clients' time, because if they were bracketed around a $450,000 to $500,000 home, then that puts them in a certain category of homes. And let's just say they want to do Mount Pleasant,
right.
and then they say, well, I want 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a 3-car garage. That narrows it down even more. So now you have just a small selection of homes to look at within
right.
those ranges, right?
Exactly, and those homes move very, very quickly in this market. They're gone in a day. Sometimes they're gone before they even hit the MLS.
Yeah, and sometimes just talking with your neighbors. How can people get a hold of you?
They can call me at my phone number, 843-800-6006. They can visit me on Facebook, and it's Susan Sells Charleston, or my website is the same, www.susansellscharleston.
Absolutely a pleasure. Not only with buying and selling, but staging and everything else. And you can tell them some great stories about QVC as well, right?
I sure can.
Thank you so much.
It was such a pleasure, Tom.
An absolute pleasure. All right, let's take a look outside before we head to the break. Stay with ABC News 4 for continued coverage of Tropical Storm Hermine in just a moment, right after the break.